You know what's going through my mind right now? I don't like Christmas at all.
Same with me.
And same with me.
We're absolutely tired of not getting the presents we want every single year. And instead, we get coal, or we get nothing at all. And this is so unfair.
Even worse, I'm especially tired of being grounded on a daily basis by my parents. This has really got to stop, like right this minute.
Same with me, and because of that. This is the exact reason I do not like Christmas. Everyone else likes Christmas, but not us.
And now we're going to show everyone in GoAnimate City how we feel about getting grounded on a daily basis.
Exactly. We are so tired of not getting anything we want for Christmas. And it is about time this stops.
Arthur, do you have a plan on what to do?
Yes, I do. We're going to disguise ourselves as Santa Claus, go down chimneys, claim that we're delivering presents, but then we take the existing presents. Some cases, we will replace them with lumps of coal so that people understand that we do not like getting grounded all of the time.
That's an awesome idea, Arthur.
I agree with you, Joseph.
What I am going to do is make Santa suits. We're going to meet up at the park, and we're going to teach GoAnimate City how it feels to be grounded on Christmas.
Awesome. So, what time are we meeting up?
Let's meet at 11 p.m., and by then we can get into the suits.
Last but not least, I can make sleighs so that people can think that Santa Claus is real.
Another good idea. Well, we better get going for now. But I'll see you all in several hours from now.
Hey Arthur, do you have any idea where Joseph could be?
He just texted me on WhatsApp about 5 minutes ago, and he could not make it because his parents grounded him.
That's not good. Guess we have to steal Christmas just by ourselves.
I know something. First, let's take the Reed's Christmas presents, except for Joseph's present. And then we do the rest of GoAnimate City.
That sounds like a good idea then. Let's go. Arthur, where are the reindeer?
These sleighs are electronically powered. So we don't need reindeer. Let's go.
First stop, the Reed's house.
Alright, now we're at the Reed's house. Using GoAnimate logic, we will go onto the roof and down the chimney like Santa Claus. Instead of one Santa Claus, there are two of us ready to bring Christmas joys. Finally. I got everything that I wanted. And I have a feeling I will get a new PlayStation 5, Wonder Pet DVDs, Coco Melon toys, a brand new Dell laptop, and much more. Even though Larry and I got tired after a couple hours and could not go to every house in the city, it's about time people in GoAnimate City learn how not to ground me and Larry on a daily basis.
Alright, in just several hours from now, all of Goanimator City is going to realize that Arthur, Joseph, and I are the most important people in the world, along with Karen and Taryn. Everyone else gets coal because they have been grounding me so many times, and it is time for that to stop, finally.
It is Christmas morning 2022 at the Reed House.
Oh my goodness, the Christmas tree is gone. It was here last night. What happened to it?
And all of our presents are gone, except for Joseph's present.
Alright, it's Christmas morning. Let's see what I got this year. I have a feeling it'll be stuff that I always wanted but could not get. Finally, this is the moment I have been waiting for.
Arthur, we need to talk to you. We need you to come out into a hallway.
Not now, I need to open my Christmas presents.
Your presents? This is exactly what we need to talk to you about. So come out into the hallway right now.
Whatever.
Enough with the back talk.
What's the big idea, Mom and Dad?
Don't play stupid with us. We just received messages on WhatsApp from several households in Goanimator City, and they even sent us doorbell camera videos of what happened. They said that you and Larry Loud were stealing Christmas presents and replacing them with lumps of coal.
It's because I wanted to see how it feels to be grounded on a daily basis.
Look, you've been grounded for a few months because you often misbehave. What you two did made things even worse.
No, it's because no one in this world wants to give me everything I want, and they deserve to be on Santa's bad list and get coal for Christmas.
Now, let us into your room so we can see if you have any presents you took from other people in Goanimator City.
Never, you are not allowed in my room. I own this room, and if you enter just randomly, I can have you charged for trespassing.
Don't you disrespect us like that. We're your parents, and you need to do as we say, especially if you're in trouble with us. Now, we need you to let us into your room.
Like I said. Never. I am 19 years old. I am not 7 years old, for crying out loud.
You don't act like you're 19. So we will not ask you again. Let us into your room so that we can see if you have any Christmas presents.
For the last time, no.
I'll take that as a yes. We have to go in the room and see.
No, don't.
Arthur raves, you do not steal Christmas presents and give everyone coal just because you're not getting what you want. That is the number one most insane thing you have done. You are grounded until the end of the school year. Hand over the tree and the presents so that we can return them to their respective owners.
Don't take my presents, 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 don't take my presents. Why?
Larry Loud, what is wrong with you? Are you totally insane or something? We can't believe that you and Arthur stole Christmas presents. And we saw video footage of you two doing that from several homeowners. That is the worst thing you have ever done.
For this, you are grounded for all of 2023. No leaving the house other than going to school. No hanging out with Arthur. And as a matter of fact, we are going to make sure that you and Arthur aren't in the same class next semester. Now, your father and I are going to give the presents back to their respective people before this problem gets any worse. In the meantime, you can go back up to your room. But what about my present?
We'll wait and see. You can wait in your room. Here's your present. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much. I hope they gave me CoComelon toys or Barney and Friends DVDs. No, no, no. Is it what I think it is? Why did you give me coal? 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 I wanted Barney toys for Christmas, not this lump of coal.
Awesome. So, what time are we meeting up?
Let's meet at 11 p.m., and by then we can get into the suits.
Last but not least, I can make sleighs so that people can think that Santa Claus is real.
Another good idea. Well, we better get going for now. But I'll see you all in several hours from now.
So, what is the plan for tonight?
We're going to have dinner at 6:30, and then at 8, we're going to the Christmas Eve service. But because Joseph is still grounded, we have hired a babysitter to watch over him while we're gone.
So we're going to have the babysitter come over at around 7:30 because we will be leaving by then. We need to get good seats when we get there.
Hey Mom and Dad,
What is it, Joseph?
I just overheard your conversation that we're going to the 8 o'clock Christmas Eve service tonight.
Exactly, except you're not coming with us.
That's good because I get to go hang out with Arthur and Larry Loud by then.
Not so fast. You're not going anywhere tonight, since you're still grounded.
Wait, what?
You heard us, didn't you?
I want to hang out with Arthur and Larry Loud tonight. We have plans to meet up.
You're especially not going to be hanging out with those troublemakers because they are not a good influence on you. And second of all, you're getting a babysitter tonight, and it's going to be Miss Green.
Don't get me a babysitter, 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 don't get me a babysitter. Not on Christmas Eve. I'm too old for a babysitter. Wah. I also do not want a babysitter because they always ground me every 30 minutes. The only babysitter I liked was Karen because she always gives me what I want. She gave us pizza, and we got to watch baby shows. Oh no, where am I?
Joseph, you're going to stay in your room until the babysitter arrives, and we're going to bring you your dinner when it's ready. And you're not seeing Arthur and Larry Loud tonight.
I want to see my friends, 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 I want to see my friends. Wah.
Not another word from you, Joseph. It is Christmas morning 2022 at the Reed house.
Oh my goodness, the Christmas tree is gone. It was here last night. What happened to it?
And all of our presents are gone, except for Joseph's present. I know that Joseph could not have been behind any of this because he was in his room all last night. And I hear him coming down the stairs.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, Joseph. Seeing that the Christmas tree isn't here anymore, you can open your present.
I hope it's a Barney toy. Oh my goodness, you have to be kidding me. I can't believe I got coal for Christmas. Santa, how could you do this to me? I wanted a Barney toy, not coal. I'm going to complain to your manager about this.
Joseph, get up off the floor right now. You got coal this year because you've been really bad this year. Maybe if you learned to behave yourself, this would not have happened.
Give me a Barney toy, 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 give me a Barney toy. Wah.
Another thing, you're too old for Barney. Now remember that you are grounded. Go back upstairs to your room now, and take your lump of coal with you. And stop slamming the door.
Just got this letter in the mail. And it better not be a notice to attend a court hearing. My family and I have really taught Karen a huge lesson, and she is not going to forget this one. That being said, let's take a look at the letter. And I know for a fact that the sender wasn't the court. It's been 6 months since my last doctor's appointment. And do I remember at the time not wanting to go, and Catherine dragging me out to the car. My goodness, that was really embarrassing, even though Brian and Emma were at the county activity center at the time.
Alright Dave, we need to go into town in a few minutes.
Was good, I am really excited to go into town again. Let's go at lunch over at McDonald's. I want to get a Happy Meal.
Oh no Dave, that's not where we're going. Instead, we're going to your doctor's appointment. It's in 45 minutes and we don't want to be late. We have to be in the waiting room at least 15 minutes before you get called up.
What? I don't want to go to the doctor. It's really scary.
Now Dave, don't get me started with this, like you usually do. You need to go to your doctor's appointment because you need to find out if you're in good health.
I am in really good health. I haven't gained any weight. And sometimes I go walking around the neighborhood.
I don't think so. You have been eating pizza every day for the past 2 weeks. And I think it's about time you change to a healthier diet so that you stay in good health. That is why you need to see the doctor in less than an hour.
I am especially scared that the doctor is going to give me a shot.
That is not what is going to happen this afternoon. Besides, you already received the Moderna vaccine last year and you were fine. Same thing when you got your booster 2 months ago.
I won't want to see the doctor. 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 I just want to go get a Happy Meal at McDonald's. Is that much to ask for?
Dave, stop it. Just stop it. You're going to go to your doctor's appointment, and that's final. Otherwise, we're going to get charged $200 for the no-show. If you're a good boy, I can take you to McDonald's or somewhere.
I want to go to McDonald's. 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 I want to go to. Please, I'd rather go to McDonald's, not my silly doctor's appointment.
Right, that's it. You big baby. I'm going to have to drag you out to the car myself, because we need to make it to the appointment on time.
Hey, let go of me, you spoiled entitled Karen. I do not deserve to be treated like that. I can sue you in court for that one of these days.
Dave, for the last time, the doctor is not going to give you a shot. This is only a routine checkup. Everyone has to go through this every 6 months.
Why in the world is everyone staring at us?
Maybe, if you would not be throwing your childish tantrums, none of this would have happened.
I still can't believe that you took me to the hospital against my will. I am afraid of the doctor giving me a shot. War.
Dave Johnson, are you ready for your checkup?
No, I don't want you to give me a shot. It really hurts, and I am scared. I really want to go home. War.
I'm not going to give you a shot. This is only a routine checkup. Come with me to my office.
And Dave, if you are well behaved, then we can go to McDonald's on the way home.
Oh good. Then maybe I can get a Happy Meal from there.
Dave, I am so proud of you. You didn't throw a tantrum in my office. You're in relatively good health. The only thing I strongly recommend is eating less junk food, get more exercise, and that's basically it. I'll see you in 6 months from now.
Have a good rest of the afternoon, Dr. Morgan.
You too, Dave.
So Dave, how did things go? I didn't hear you throw a tantrum this time.
Things went well. All he told me to do was to eat less junk food and exercise more.
I'm so proud of you, Dave. I told you this was just going to be a routine checkup. How about we say we go to McDonald's on the way home?
Actually, I think we should just go straight home. I would rather go to McDonald's another time, like when Brian and Emma were able to join.
I'm fine with that.
And ever since then, I have not been scared to go see the doctor. My next appointment will be a few days after New Year's. I better mark that in my calendar so I won't forget.
I'm so happy that today is December 31st.
And why is that, Arthur?
It's because it's the last day of 2022, and I am looking forward to 2023. I can't wait for the spring semester to start because I am very excited for how my new classes are going to be like.
Oh no, it can't be. I don't want it to be 2023.
Come on, Joseph, every year we go through this. It's normal.
The week after New Year's, I have to go back to school again. I like staying at home.
To tell you something, I used to feel the exact same way when I was your age, but look at me, I graduated high school, and I'm now in college. I know you can do the same. Just trust me.
I don't want to go back to school. I want to stay home and play on the PlayStation 5. That is so much more fun than going to school.
Seriously, Joseph, can't you just give us a break with those childish tantrums? You're not 3 years old anymore. You do need to realize that. Every student has to go back to school in January, even though I don't start classes until the 23rd.
I want to play video games, 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 I want to play video games. I don't want to go to school. Wah.
You know what, I'm getting mom and dad to deal with you.
Joseph, what is all of this childish behavior about this time?
I don't want 2023 to be here because I have to go back to school. I want to keep staying at home, because I don't like going to school.
Well, that's just life, Joseph. All of your friends are going back to class the week after New Year's, so just deal with it.
Another thing, tonight, we're having a New Year's Eve celebration later tonight. And we want you to be on your best behavior, so that we can lift your grounding earlier. Understood?
Okay, Mom and Dad, I promise. If anything, I hope there is a snow day on January 9th because I don't want to go back to school. As a matter of fact, why don't they make remote learning the new normal? I get to play video games whenever I want whenever the schools go to remote learning. Another New Year's resolution. I finally get everything I want in this world. Karen babysits me whenever my parents are running errands or having lunch or dinner downtown. And Miss Stillwater allows me to watch Barney and Friends in school.
Alright, Reed family. It is exactly 1 minute before midnight, so let's make our resolutions. Mine is to get promoted to a higher position at work.
Mine is to keep doing the things I have been doing, but on a more consistent basis.
I will try my best to be a straight-A student this coming semester, but if I get B's in some of my classes, that's okay.
I have the same goals Arthur has.
Same here.
My New Year's resolution is to get everything I want from this world, including Karen being my babysitter.
That's wishful thinking, but that's most likely not going to happen.
Now we have just a few seconds left before it's 2023, and counting.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year 2023, Johnson family.
Happy New Year's, Dave, Brian and Emma.
Happy New Year's, Emma, Mom and Dad.
And Happy New Year's to this entire family. Let's start 2023 on a good note.
Happy 2023, Dora.
Happy 2023 to you, Caillou.
Joseph, why are you upset? It's 2023, and you should be happy.
Wow. I want 2022, 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 I want 2022. I don't want the year to be 2023. Wow.
Joseph Christopher Reed, stop it with the temper tantrums. We told you that you needed to behave yourself if you wanted us to lift your grounding.
Oh. My goodness. What in the world was that? Is that the loudest cry I have ever heard in my life? My ears are ringing. Wow.
Dave, I am thinking the exact same thing. My ears are also ringing.
Same here, my ears are ringing.
And same here.
Joseph Christopher Reed, you don't cry like that very loudly. I think everyone in GoAnimate City heard you. Thanks to you, you ruined the New Year's celebration.
This means you're going to be grounded for the entire spring semester. No playing video games, no watching Barney, and as a matter of fact, you're not going to watch that show anymore, even when your grounding is lifted because you need to understand you're too old for preschool stuff. You're in the 5th grade. Now go upstairs to your room.
Why don't take away Barney, 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 don't take away Barney. I like Barney. Why?
Too bad. We want you to move on from preschool stuff because you're 10 years old, and you will be turning 11 this year. Kid your age don't watch preschool shows. My sincere apologies everyone, I really wanted 2023 to get off to a good start, but then this had to happen.
It's alright, I just wish Joseph would not behave so childish for once.
I agree with you, Arthur. I think we should get ready for bed.
Joseph, stop slamming doors, right now.
Oh great, here we go again.
Good morning class, this is Principal Phillips, and I don't want to tell you this, but I need to. Your teacher, Miss Kendra, is not feeling well, and she will be out for at least this week.
Oh no, that's not good.
But don't worry, you will be having a substitute teacher for the time being, and she is coming to the classroom in a few minutes. In fact, here she is right now. Good luck with the substitute teacher. I anticipate Miss Kendra will be back next week.
Yes, madam. All right, you spoiled worthless troublemakers, you listen good while I am your substitute teacher. You will do everything I say, all of you, no questioning me. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, madam.
No, 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 no. That is not how you say it. Say yes, Miss Trunchbull.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
Now that's more like it. That being said, I would like to go over some new classroom rules while I am teaching this class. There will be no laptops allowed in class, no smartphones, no Nintendo Switch, no fun, no laughing, no talking, no singing, especially baby songs, and more importantly, no eating allowed in class.
Well, it looks like you've been eating at McDonald's and Burger King on a daily basis for the past 4 weeks.
I beg your pardon, but what is your name, little boy?
My name is Brian, why in the world do you need to know?
Well, if it isn't childish Dad's son.
Brian, come up to the front of the room, now.
All right then. Madam.
Now just you listen, you worthless spoiled troublemaker. You don't want to cross the line with me. Do you have any idea who I am?
I think you're actually one of those people I like to call an entitled Karen.
Shut up. You don't call me Karen. I am not Karen. I am Agatha Trunchbull, and I am a 7-time World Cup champion.
By the looks of things, I don't think you have competed in any sporting event, much less compete in the World Cup.
Stop it, you big baby. If you dare keep on insulting me, then I will put you into the special timeout corner.
Miss Trunchbull, put Brian into the special timeout spot, especially because he acts just like his childish dad. How embarrassing can this get?
And Brian is going to throw a big temper tantrum any minute now. This is going to be a lot of fun watching him and his dad kick and scream on the floor.
Tom and Joey, that is enough.
Don't talk back to your classmates like that. They have a really valid point. Another rule I should have mentioned was no throwing temper tantrums, and do not ask why. And because you were influenced by your father to throw a tantrum, I'm going to put you into the special timeout corner.
Do you know what in the world is a special timeout corner?
It is a special room for students who misbehave. It has wooden spoons and wooden spatulas sticking out of the wall.
Your entitled highness, we don't have such a thing in this school.
Oh, really? Are you making this up? Because I can assure you this school has special timeout rooms.
Especially put Brian's crybaby dad in the timeout room because he needs to learn that he is way too old for baby shows.
Tom and Joey, that is not very nice. You need to understand that Brian's dad has a learning disability, and that's why he behaves the way he does sometimes.
Who just talked?
I did. Those two kids in front of me were making fun of Brian. Trust me on this because this is what happened to him on the first day of school back in August.
Too bad, because this is what Brian deserves. As a matter of fact, come to the front of the room. I need to speak with you as well.
No, I am not going to the front of the room. Because I know you're going to talk to me like you're some entitled delusional Karen. That's what you are, Karen.
Do as I tell you, or you're going to face even more serious consequences.
Absolutely, never. In fact, I'm going to report you to the principal.
I'm going to the principal's office myself too.
Another rule, do not leave the classroom unless you get some sort of special permission from me, especially if you're a crybaby like Brian. Now, go to the special timeout corner like I told you to.
Like I said, this school does not have special timeout rooms.
Alright then, I am going to complain to my manager about there not being any timeout rooms. You guys stay where you are, do not go anywhere. Principal Phillips, I need to make a very big complaint.
Miss Trunchbull, is there a problem?
Yes, one of the students is misbehaving, and I have just discovered there is no special timeout room in the classroom. Why can't you consider building them?
I don't understand you. What in the world is a special timeout corner?
You see, when I was principal of my old school, there was this special room for students who misbehaved and caused all sorts of trouble, and it was called the special timeout corner, and it had spoons and spatulas on the wall. I would send students to that room whenever they were misbehaving. And I would like you to build one so that I can send the troublemaker there.
Miss Trunchbull, that is not how we deal with students whenever they misbehave or break the rules. All we do is send them to detention, not put them in some room for timeout with spoons and spatulas. This is 2023, not the 1940s. So I am going to have to decline your request.
There's the troublemaker, at long last. More importantly, I demand you to build the special timeout room so that you can teach this troublemaker a big lesson. He has been calling me all sorts of names, constantly interrupting, and he threw a temper tantrum on the floor just like his dad does.
That is not true at all. This substitute teacher is clearly an entitled Karen. She made up a bunch of silly rules that were not consistent with the actual school policies. And even worse, Tom and Joey were on her side, and they were making fun of me again because of how my dad behaves. Even Miss Trunchbull was making fun of me about my dad. Why don't you get your facts straight, Miss Trunchbull? I mean, Miss Karen.
Miss Trunchbull, I have to agree with what Brian is saying. You don't make up a bunch of nonsensical rules. The rules have to be consistent with the basic school policies.
Maybe if I can pay you $7,000, that will get you to change your mind.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, but why did you put a bunch of cash on my desk?
This money is going towards a special timeout room being built in this school. So what do you say about this?
Sorry, Miss Trunchbull, but I will not accept that kind of payment. Besides, that's not even $7,000. It's just a bunch of $20 bills, and even if I accepted your payment, that won't be enough for the school to be remodeled. Importantly, I don't feel very comfortable with you being in our school after hearing how you deal with misbehaving students and making fun of Brian.
I beg your pardon?
I said, I don't agree with your way of dealing with misbehaving children, putting them into a so-called special room. I am going to have to ask you to leave the campus.
Take that, Karen.
Brian, be quiet. Principal Phillips, you don't tell me what to do. I own the classroom now, and I get to make all the rules I want to, since Miss Kendra is not teaching anymore.
You were only substituting for Miss Kendra. But not anymore. Leave the school or I am calling the police. Get out, now.
This is all your fault, crybaby, you're not going to get away with this. And especially your dad is going to learn a very big lesson he won't forget.
Oh really, what are you going to do? Try and sue me and my family in court. Good luck with that, the case is going to be dropped quickly.
Oh yes, I am going to sue you and your family in court, and there is nothing you're going to do about it.
Did you not hear what I just said? Get out of the school now.
Just you wait, I'm going to complain to your manager about how you're not doing a very good job, and you're going to be let go before you know it.
Brian, you may go back to class, and I will get Tom and Joey to my office.
Oh great, I can't believe that today is the 8th, which means that it is the last day of the winter vacation. This is why I wanted 2022 to stay. But no, it's 2023, and I am not happy about that. I don't want to go back to school. And now I am going to have to figure out a way to stay at home forever starting tomorrow, so that I can watch my favorite baby shows all day. So, what is there to do in order for me to stay home? Lying to the teacher that I went to the bathroom didn't work. Larry Loud dropped out of high school, but his parents re-enrolled him so he could finish the 12th grade. Everything that my friends try don't really work. But I have to think of another way out of this mess. You know what? I just thought of the perfect idea in order to stay home this week, or better, the entire spring semester. I am going to fake being sick. That will work. And it's because about 2 months ago, DW wasn't feeling well and couldn't go to school for a week. No school for me, and I will get to watch Barney and Friends all day long. This is going to be a lot of fun. Really? Why does my alarm clock have to ring this early in the morning? Can't I sleep in until 9 AM or 10?
Joseph, it's time to get up. It's 7:30 in the morning and today is your first day back at school. You don't want to miss the bus. And you don't want to be late for class.
Mom, can't you see? I am not feeling well.
Now don't you try and play these kinds of games with me. You were okay yesterday, so you can get up and get ready for school.
Seriously, I am not feeling well. I don't think I will be able to go to school today.
Oh my goodness, Joseph, you don't look like you're feeling well today. Let's take you to the doctor, and see what he has to say.
Mom, when we get home, I would like a warm bath with oatmeal and crazy looking straws.
Of course. But first, we will have to listen to what the doctor will tell us about how you will recover.
I know, but a bath will be very relaxing. Especially because it is cold outside.
Of course, I understand, but in case we can't do that, I have space heaters in the house we can use for the time being. In just a few minutes, we will have arrived at the doctor's office. In fact, I think we're almost there. So don't you worry.
All right, Joseph, first thing I will do is take your temperature. I'm going to give you a thermometer, and I will see what temperature you have. Joseph, your temperature is 98.6 degrees, which means you're perfectly healthy.
Are you serious?
Yes, that is what I read on the thermometer, so you are perfectly fine to go to school.
Joseph Christopher Reed, you are in big trouble, mister. Let's get into the car and take you to school.
I want to stay home from school. I want to stay home from school. I want to stay home from school. I want to stay home from school. I want to stay home from school. I want to stay home from school. Please, I don't want to go back to school.
Joseph, stop it with those childish tantrums, especially in the doctor's office. I had a pretty good feeling you were faking it all along just so that you could get out of going back to school. Now let's get into the car.
Hey, put me down this instant.
Joseph, be quiet.
I've never seen such behavior in my entire career as a doctor. This is very strange.
Joseph Christopher Reed, stop crying. I can't believe you pretended to be sick just so that you can get out of going to school. You're going to be really late to class, and your teacher isn't going to be happy with you.
But Mom, all I wanted to do was stay at home all this week and watch Barney and Friends and Wonder Pets, and play on the PlayStation 5.
I told you that because of your behavior over Christmas and New Year's, that you were going to be grounded for the entire spring semester, and part of that is you will not be playing on the PS5 during this time. Maybe if you show signs of improving your behavior in the future, I can give you your PS5 back.
But why can't I stay home?
Didn't you hear what I just said, Joseph? You need to go to school because you need to get an education. And that's just an important part of life.
I want to watch Barney and Wonder Pets. 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 I want to watch Barney and Wonder Pets.
Forget it. Another thing is you are 10 years old, and you don't need to be watching those baby shows anymore. None of your friends watch those kinds of shows, so you shouldn't either.
Thank you, Mrs. Reed, for coming to my office.
No worries, Principal Tingley. The reason Joseph is more than an hour late to his class is because he pretended to be sick this morning to try and get out of coming to school.
Mrs. Reed, you can leave. I need to talk to Joseph.
Remember what I said about not being allowed to play on the PlayStation 5.
Now, Joseph, there are consequences for what you did. Trying to skip school by pretending you're sick when in fact you're not. This week, you will be serving lunch detention with Miss Stillwater, starting from today and lasting until Friday.
I don't want to serve lunch detention. 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 I don't want to serve lunch detention.
Joseph, get up off the floor right now. You're in 5th grade, not daycare. We're especially getting tired of your childish tantrums too. You need to act your age for once.
I'm just upset that you're making me serve lunch detention all this week, and that I can't play on the PS5 all this semester.
Alright, that does it. You will now be serving lunch detention for 2 weeks, for throwing another one of your childish temper tantrums. Now go to class.
Alright, Brian and Emma, and Dave, today, I've decided that we should be going to the ski resort this weekend before you all have to go back to school.
You know what, that is a really fantastic idea. We haven't gone skiing in a few years.
I agree, especially because of how much snow we got this winter.
We're going to a ski resort this weekend.
Yes, we are, because of how much snow there was this winter.
I don't think I can go to the ski resort.
Why not?
I think it is too cold outside. I like being near the fire in the fireplace instead. And since we have no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Now Dave, I know that you used to enjoy skiing. It's just that you haven't done so in a few years. So there's nothing to be concerned about. Besides, we're only going to the ski resort for the weekend, and we'll be back before Brian and Emma have to start classes again.
We're not going downhill skiing, are we?
No, we're not. We're going cross-country skiing. You have to have the skills of a professional athlete in order to do downhill skiing. And we don't have the equipment for that.
You know what, Brian, you have a point. I really like going cross-country skiing, and as a matter of fact, I really miss going skiing, especially with all the restrictions that were in place 2 years ago. Besides, I think the last time we went skiing was 2017 or 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
It was 2018 to be exact. But we know that you have been very good at skiing. It's just that we haven't been able to do it for the last few years.
With that said, I think we should get everything packed, and remember your winter clubs because it is going to be very cold at the ski resort.
Sounds good with me, Dave. Alright everyone, now that our suitcases are in the car, I think we should get going and head on over to the ski resort.
Mr. Johnson, the cabin you have booked has been damaged by a guest who just stayed with us. However, we have some good news. There is another cabin available, and we will place you and your family there.
Oh good, what room number is it?
You'll be placed in cabin 217. Make a left, and your cabin should be on your right, just 5 houses down.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Alright everyone, now that we're finally here, I was thinking of something.
And what is it, Dave?
While we're skiing, why don't we pretend to be characters from Thomas and Friends?
You know what, I really miss those days. I especially miss the days when you showed me and Emma Shining Time Station.
And that was a really good show back in the 80s and 90s. I also miss those days too. Now let's get going on the track.
Wow, Dad, you really ski like a professional. I think you're going to make it to the Winter Olympics in 2026.
I know Dad is going to win a lot of gold medals.
Now kids, don't be silly. Your dad isn't going to be competing in the Olympics. Let's catch the other train engine.
All right, Thomas, here we come.
Don't forget about me, Thomas.
Dad, how much longer until we get to the next train station?
First, we have to meet up with my friends Gordon and James.
And now where to next?
Shining Time Station is our destination. Hold on everybody, the trains are going to go 70 miles an hour.
Ho ho ho, just what in the world are you doing here with my skis?
First one to Shining Time Station gets to go through the anything tunnel.
Hey, you, I'm talking to you. Can't you answer me? Hey, those are my skis, you know. And you're going to pay for what you did to me on Christmas. I wish I can call Taryn, but there is hardly any cell phone service here because we're in the mountains. All of you, give me back my skis, and stop skiing on my property.
Karen, what are you doing in our cabin?
More like what are you doing in my cabin? And how dare you and your family take my skis and use them?
Look, Karen, why do you have to keep on bothering us?
It's because number 1, you all were using my skis, and I did not say you can use them. Number 2, this is actually my cabin, and you're trespassing right now. And number 3, you are going to pay me big time after what you did to me on Christmas.
Look, entitled Karen, you deserve to get coal for Christmas because of how you treat other people who are not entitled like you are, demanding they stop doing whatever they're doing, and claiming their belongings are yours.
Shut up. You're lying to me. You told me you were giving me Gucci handbags for Christmas, but instead you gave me coal. Worse, you were laughing at me on the street, which was not very nice.
Karen, this is not your cabin. My wife and I paid for this cabin, and those skis over there belong to me and my family. You somehow found a way to get into our cabin, didn't you? Warr.
Now Dave, we're going to get this all sorted out, so don't you worry.
I beg your pardon, this is my cabin, and you're not allowed in here. You're lying to me. Also, I needed to talk to you and your family earlier, but you all ignored me, especially you, motorcar crybaby.
Well, I'm not a motor car. 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 Stop calling me a motor car. That's not very nice. Warr.
Wow, what a childish crybaby. Don't you realize that you and your family are way too old to be playing characters from Thomas and Friends? No wonder you act the way you do. Wow, what a childish lawnmower. As a matter of fact, I demand you to mow my lawn every day during spring and summer to make up for what you did to me on Christmas.
Stop calling me a lawnmower, entitled Karen.
Dave, I know you are still trying to improve, but that it's not how you react to these situations.
Be quiet. For trespassing onto my cabin, taking my skis, and giving me coal for Christmas, I demand all of you to mow my lawn every single day during the spring and summer.
How delusional are you? We don't have a lot of time to do that. My kids are in school, and sometimes they have a lot of homework. Besides, they don't know how to use a lawnmower. I still drive the school bus for preschoolers and kindergarteners.
Nonsense, I know you have all the time in the world. All you do is sit in the living room all day watching baby shows and eating junk food. Don't you have a life or something?
Karen, that is enough. Now I am going to demand you leave the cabin, or I am getting hotel security.
Karen, I need to talk to you.
Officer, thank goodness you're here.
Actually, I work for hotel security. But I will get the police involved if you don't do what I'm about to tell you. I saw through the surveillance footage that you used GoAnimate logic to get into that cabin and claimed it was yours. And I could hear you bothering that family, even when they were skiing. I cannot allow that behavior to continue. I am going to have to ask you to leave the property.
No, You need to get this crybaby out of here because he took my skis, and now his family is refusing to leave my cabin.
Karen, I don't want to hear another word from you. Get out now.
Fine, you win, but one day, I want you to do something about that crybaby. He needs to have a life instead of sitting at home watching baby shows all day.
Wow, that was a really fun trip, except the incident with Karen. But other than that, I'm glad we had a really good time going skiing.
I'm glad you enjoyed the skiing trip, Dave. I knew you were going to really like it.
I also enjoyed the trip, and I cannot wait to go back there again someday.
Same here, I'm wondering when we're going back to the ski resort.
Probably not until next Christmas. But if there's snow in February, then we can go back there one weekend.
Do you want to know what is making me so angry right now? It's the fact that DW is getting everything she wants, anytime she wants. And she is not getting grounded anymore. What about me? I'm always getting grounded, like on a daily basis. And I don't get anything I want anymore. Worse, Santa gave me coal for Christmas, and I think I'm going to sue him in court for that one of these days. For now, I must think of a way to get everything I want in this world. But how can I do this? You know what? I think I just came up with the perfect idea. I'm going to get DW suspended from school, and she is going to get grounded forever. Best thing that will ever have happened to me. Finally getting everything I want, anytime I want, but especially for my birthday, Christmas, whenever. And just a few days ago, I became friends with Joey and Tom. And I think either one can help me with making a suit or a robot that looks like DW. And as a matter of fact, they invited me into a Zoom meeting that will start in no more than 5 minutes from now. So I better go and get my laptop ready so that I join the meeting on time. Now, I'm going to log into the Zoom meeting with Tom and Joey.
Good afternoon, Joseph.
Good afternoon, Joey, and good afternoon to you, Tom.
Good afternoon, everyone. So how are you all doing?
I'm doing okay. What about the rest of you?
We're also doing all right. So, this meeting is especially for you, Joseph. We have just the idea for you in order to get whatever you want every single day.
Actually, my idea is to get DW suspended from school because she has been getting everything she wants on a daily basis for the past several months. Yet I keep getting grounded and things taken away from me for no reason.
I can help you resolve this problem. In fact, I made suits before in the past.
You do?
Absolutely. You and I can make a suit that looks like DW. And it should take around 3 to 5 hours to finish, if done correctly. Once the suit is finished, walk to TheGoanimator City High School. Once you're on campus, get into the DW suit, and do something that is against student policies, like using an electronic device to look up the answers during an exam when caught, throw a temper tantrum in the classroom. Of course, the real DW will be sent to the principal's office and likely will be suspended from school.
You know what? I haven't even thought of that idea. This is brilliant. And DW has an exam in her math class in 3 days.
Good. Why don't you come over to my house tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to make the DW suit.
Sounds good.
I will see you at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon.
See you then, and you have a fantastic rest of your afternoon.
Take care, Joseph. Hey Joseph, my parents are in town running errands. So let's go to the garage and make the suit.
Sounds good then.
So Joseph, are you ready to make the suit?
I am ready. And as a matter of fact, I am going to teach you how to make the suit in a lot less time. The way you do this is you use GoAnimate logic.
Wow, I never knew this. But why didn't you say so? Let's get to work. Joseph, you were right. By using GoAnimate logic, we would make the suit in under 3 hours' time. You're a genius. Well, I better get going. But good luck tomorrow, and I can't wait for you to get ungrounded finally.
Now, to use GoAnimate logic to go back to my house before my parents find out I left the house while grounded. Ungrounded, 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 ungrounded.
Good morning, class. Now we're going to begin our math test. At most this should last for the entire class period. But if you finish early, feel free to read a book. You may use your calculators, but do not use your smartphones or tablets. That being said, here are your exams. Good luck.
Miss Martinez.
Yes, DW?
May I use the restroom?
Yes, you may, but be sure to be back here in no more than 10 minutes. And when you come back, please enter the room quietly because other students will be taking their exams.
Alright, now here is the perfect moment. I am going to go in the suit. Then head back to the classroom. And then I will make it look like DW is using her cell phone during the exam.
DW, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be using your phone during the exam.
Hey, no one tells me what to do. Don't you realize who I am?
DW, sit down.
Quiet. Even you can't tell me what to do. I am the most important person in the entire universe, and no rules apply to me, and that is final.
That's it. DW. There is no talking during the exam. And worse, I saw you using your phone to look up the answers. For this, you're getting an automatic F-. And you will be serving lunch detention with me all of this week, and you will also retake the exam.
No, I'm not going to serve detention. And as a matter of fact, I am going to throw a big temper tantrum.
Everyone, out of the classroom.
It can't be. DW could not have destroyed things in Miss Martinez's classroom. But wait a minute, this video footage could not have been modified in any way. DW Reed, report to my office immediately. DW Reed, report to my office immediately.
What is it, Miss Clementine?
You know why I sent you here. I have video footage of what was going on in Miss Martinez's classroom just a few minutes ago. It shows you were using your phone to look up answers while taking your exam, arguing with your classmates and Miss Martinez, and then destroying the classroom.
I don't know what you are talking about. I would never do such a thing.
Stop lying. That will only make the situation worse. And the incident happened around 10 minutes ago. At least that is when I heard crashing noises.
I heard the exact same noises. In fact, we all heard them. I was finishing up in the restroom when this all happened.
Stop lying. Maybe if I show you the surveillance footage, you will understand what you did. Now, let me play the surveillance tape.
Miss Clementine, there is no way that could have been me. I was in the restroom the whole time I heard those crashing noises.
Are you serious? That looks just like you. DW, you have damaged school property. And for this, you will be serving out of school suspension for 2 weeks, starting today, and every afternoon starting today, you will be serving community service. Now get out of my office, wait at the main entrance, and I will be notifying your parents about this.
I knew it. There's a suit that looks just like me, except it's not my height. I had a feeling some troublemaker was behind all of this. I better show this to Principal Clementine right away.
DW, I said to wait near the main entrance for your parents. Wait, what in the world? This can't be. That's a suit that looks just like you.
I needed to show you this right away.
Thank you so much, DW. Now I realize you did not do any of this after all. But some troublemaker did. I don't know who could have been behind this because we don't have any students this year who are troublemakers.
Principal Clementine. All my students are safe. But when I went back into my classroom after the incident, I found this phone by DW's desk. And I just realized it looks nothing like DW's phone.
It says, property of Joseph Reed.
That's my younger brother. I had a really good feeling that he was behind all of this. I know this because he causes a lot of trouble, like all of the time. Not to mention, the suit is his height. So I think he made the suit to try and get me suspended from school.
Dora Winifred Reed, you're in big trouble.
Actually, Mr. and Mrs. Red, it was DW's brother, Joseph, who made a suit that looked just like DW, got into the suit, used his phone to find the answers on today's math test, and then destroyed my classroom.
I even found more surveillance footage in the hallway. Come over here and take a look. Now I'm going to play you the video footage.
Alright, now here is the perfect moment. I am going to go in the suit. Then head back to the classroom. And then I will make it look like DW is using her cell phone during the exam.
No, I can't believe Joseph did all of this, to try and get DW suspended. He is going to be in so much trouble when he gets home. DW, Miss Martinez and I owe you a sincere apology. You are not suspended from school, and you don't have to do community service.
However, I am going to make the class retake the math exam. But this time, I will give the test online, and it will be due at 11:59 p.m. this Friday. You're the first to know about this change, but I am going to send the other students an email tonight. The rest of the class is now in the library because my room is a mess. And DW, you're not going to get an automatic failing grade on the exam.
Joseph Christopher Reed. We can't believe that you got DW suspended from school by making a suit that looks like her. That has got to be the worst thing you have ever done.
For this, you are even more grounded unless you start improving your performance in school. This means you're going to have your phone data turned off for a week. No computer, no TV, during that time. Now march upstairs to your room and think about what you did.
You should be lucky that I didn't get an automatic failing grade on my exam. But still, I agree with Mom, that was the worst thing you've ever done to me.
Principal Phillips, just why in the world do you have to send us to the office, again?
You two should know very well why you're here. You were bothering Brian and making fun of him, when I told you not to at the beginning of the school year. And worse, you were encouraging Miss Trunchbull. Thank goodness I let her go.
Miss Trunchbull was right about Brian. He was constantly interrupting her, not to mention, he is a big-time crybaby because his dad is a crybaby.
Why can't you do something about him instead of us? Have you been playing Fortnite for 72 hours non-stop or something?
Hey, don't you talk to me that way. And stop talking that way about Brian. You remember why you were in my office at the beginning of the school year. And this is the second time you two were making fun of Brian. I don't want you two doing that anymore. Okay?
Why don't you do something about that crybaby Brian? And why can't you have Miss Trunchbull be our permanent teacher?
What did I say about talking about Brian like that? And no, I'm not going to hire Miss Trunchbull as a permanent teacher. Now I am going to say what I need to tell you. Since this is the second time you have been making fun of Brian, both of you will be serving in school suspension for 2 weeks, starting from today. Go there right now. And once your suspension is up, I will be assigning both of you a different homeroom teacher.
Hey, you can't do that to us.
I can, and I have. Now go to in-school suspension.
Fine.
Okay, now where was I before I talked to Miss Trunchbull, Joey, and Tom?
I can't believe that we have to serve in school suspension for 2 weeks. Brian should be the one, not us.
I agree. We're not crybabies like he is. Our parents don't watch baby shows because they know they are too old to watch them. Yet Brian likes to watch them. His whole family does.
Brian should be the one serving in school suspension, not us, like I said a moment ago.
Joey? Tom?
Joseph? What's up?
Not much. Unfortunately, I could not get DW suspended from school. They found out I was behind it, and my parents grounded me again.
That's not good.
So I overheard your conversation about a kid in your class named Brian.
Yes, he is the one whose dad acts like a crybaby and does nothing with his life other than sitting on the couch all day and watching baby shows. And one day when we had one of the best substitute teachers in the world, he acted like a crybaby himself. Unfortunately, the principal didn't suspend him or send him to detention or anything.
I don't think Brian should even be in middle school.
We're going to come up with a way to have Brian held all the way back to preschool.
You know what? That is a really good idea. If Brian likes baby shows, then he should very well be in preschool, not the 7th grade.
Let's try and do the same thing that got DW suspended.
We are going to make a suit that looks like Brian. Once the suit is completed, one of us is going into the suit, entering Miss Kendra's homeroom class. The one in the Brian suit will ask Miss Kendra to put on some sort of baby show like Barney and Friends or Coco Melon. But when Miss Kendra says no, whoever is in the Brian suit will throw a really big temper tantrum, kicking and screaming on the floor, and even doing the motorcar crying.
We will make sure to do this before the tardy bell rings because sometimes, the real Brian arrives a few minutes late because his bus can run late due to heavy traffic on the freeway or whatnot. Of course, when the real Brian arrives, Miss Kendra will probably send him to the principal's office. And the principal will hold him back to preschool, where he can take naps, watch Coco Melon, and sing baby songs. Ha 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 ha.
That sounds like a really good idea. I hope this will work this time.
Why didn't you say so? Let's all go to my house, and we are going to make the suit. But wait a minute. We are going to use GoAnimate logic to go in there so that my parents don't find out I brought Joey and Joseph to make the Brian suit. Ungrounded, 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 ungrounded. Alright, now that we're here, let's make the Brian suit. This should take under an hour because we will all be using GoAnimate logic. Wow, that was the fastest time that we made a suit. Good work all of you. Tomorrow morning, we'll meet up at the middle school. And one of us is going to get into the Brian suit and head over to our homeroom class no less than 5 minutes before the tardy bell rings. Okay, who does the honors to go into the Brian suit?
I will go into the Brian suit.
Good call, Joey. Remember, go immediately to homeroom. I can't wait to see Brian the crybaby getting held back all the way to preschool. This is going to be the best day in my life.
You know what else I'm thinking? I'd rather be in preschool instead of the 5th grade.
Brian, you're early to class. Usually you arrive about 3 to 5 minutes after the tardy bell rings.
Well, Miss Kendra, I got a ride with someone today instead of taking the bus. Anyways, I think we should watch Barney and Friends during class.
Brian, we're not going to be watching Barney and Friends. We're in middle school. My goodness, Brian, you usually don't act this way. What has gotten into you this time around?
I want to watch Barney, 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 I want to watch Barney.
Brian, stop crying on the floor. You're not 3 years old. And your behavior is embarrassing everyone in the class. Like I said, we're not watching Barney and Friends, and that is final. You know what, Brian, I don't think you belong in this class anymore. Go to the principal's office, and he will tell you which class you'll be in from now until the end of the semester.
I want to watch Barney. 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 I want to watch Barney.
Here comes Joey. I think we are going to get Brian held back to preschool. So, how did everything go?
Well, being in the Brian suit, I wanted the class to watch Barney and Friends, but Miss Kendra said no. And then I threw a temper tantrum on the floor, and then Miss Kendra said that Brian doesn't belong in her class anymore.
Wait a minute, did I just see the real Brian entering the school building? I can't wait to see the reaction on his face.
I did see him just now, as a matter of fact. Anyways, Joseph, we have to get to our new homeroom classes, but we should all get to our classes using GoAnimate logic. Joseph, we'll see you later.
See you later, Tom and Joey.
Oh, and I'm taking the Brian suit with me.
Alright class, we're going to be playing Classroom Jeopardy in a few minutes. But first, I will be taking attendance.
Miss Kendra, I'm sorry for being late for the third time this semester. There was a lot of traffic on the freeway.
Brian, I told you that you don't belong in my class anymore.
Miss Kendra, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been a good student of yours. What in the world is going on here?
Don't play stupid with me. You're becoming like Joey and Tom. Just go to the principal's office. He'll tell you the reason.
Brian, what has gone through your mind recently? Miss Kendra told me that you threw a childish tantrum on the floor, and that you came back to her classroom after she told you not to.
Look, Principal Phillips. I have no idea what either one of you are talking about. I just arrived to school a few minutes ago, a little after the tardy bell rang. And I would never throw a childish tantrum, let alone throw a tantrum in front of the class. That isn't me.
Now don't you lie to me, because that will only make the situation worse. Do you understand me?
I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth.
Stop lying! Maybe if I show you the tapes of what happened in Miss Kendra's classroom, you will understand. Now come over here so I can show you the tape. Okay, now I will play the videotape.
I want to watch Barney. 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 But Principal Phillips, there is no way that could have been me. I arrived on campus just after the tardy bell.
Hey, what did I say about lying? That does look just like you. Brian, because you were throwing a childish tantrum in front of your homeroom class, and asking your teacher if your class can watch Barney and Friends, I won't suspend you or even place you in detention. I have something else in mind.
And what is that?
I'm going to hold you back all the way back to preschool.
No, I am not going back to preschool. I was doing well in the 7th grade.
But you were acting like a 3-year-old. Now I suggest you leave my school, and I will call for the preschool bus to come pick you up near the school entrance.
How much worse can my day get? I cannot believe this. Going back to preschool, for literally nothing? This is ridiculous.
Hey Brian, I'm surprised that you boarded my bus, and you're being held back to preschool. This does not sound right.
I know, Dad. This is really going to be embarrassing, and I did nothing wrong, yet I get sent to the principal's office for no reason, and he holds me back to preschool.
I agree with you, this is really weird. And I know some troublemaker is behind all of this. More likely than not, Karen got you held back, because she is the only troublemaker I know of in GoAnimate City. I'm going to notify base to see if I should take you to the preschool, or if I should drive you home.
More likely than not, base is going to ask you to drive me home. In fact, whenever the school finds out who is behind getting me held back to preschool for no reason, I think the superintendent will want to have a talk with the principal.
I agree with you. Bus 84 to base, I have a 7th grade student, who happens to be my oldest child, and he was falsely held back to preschool. Should I drive him to the preschool, or should I drive him back to his house?
Base to 84, drive the middle school student home.
10-4, thank you. Alright Brian, I am going to drive you home, and then I have to be back at the administration building before I have to pick up the preschool and kindergarten students and take them to their homes.
Brian, you're home so early. Why is that?
Something strange happened to me.
Can you explain?
Well, Mom, you're not going to believe this. But I got held back to preschool by the principal because he claimed I acted all childish in my homeroom class, and Miss Kendra said I no longer belong in her class for that very reason. And in reality, I didn't throw a childish tantrum in class. I arrived to class just after the tardy bell rang, and then this happened. Of course, Dad drove me home in his bus because 7th grade students can't go to preschool obviously.
Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me.
No, I'm not. This actually did happen to me.
I have a very good feeling that it was one of those troublemakers behind this.
I have the exact same feeling as well. And it might very well be Karen who is behind this.
I have an idea. Let's go to Karen's house and confront her.
Well, if it isn't the motorcar crybabies family, what do you want this time?
Karen, I have a feeling it was you who got Brian held back to preschool. I know this because you bothered us at the ski resort, number one. And number two, you most likely did this to Brian because you didn't like your Christmas present.
How dare you talk to me that way? I never did such a thing. Besides, you were trespassing on my ski resort and you took my skis, and then you falsely got me kicked out of the ski resort.
If you're not the one to get me held back, then I think it was Taryn who did that.
Be quiet. Taryn is my best friend, and how dare you talk about her like that? You know very well you can get in very serious trouble for doing that.
Well then, we don't have any more time to argue with you. Brian and I are going to run errands.
Hey, get back here right now. I'm not finished talking to you. Did I say you could leave? Soon I am going to teach Dave the motorcar a very big lesson he will not forget.
Miss Kendra, can you please report to the front office? Miss Kendra, can you please report to the front office?
Principal Phillips, what is it this time?
Miss Kendra, there has been a misunderstanding, and it has to do with Brian. Come over here, and I will show you what I discovered. This morning, when I was checking my Facebook, I happened to come across this video that was taken by one of the students attending this school. I watched the video, and I'm going to play it again because I want you to see what actually happened.
Okay, who does the honors to go into the Brian suit?
I will go into the Brian suit.
Good call, Joey. Remember, go immediately to homeroom. I can't wait to see Brian the crybaby getting held back all the way to preschool. This is going to be the best day in my life.
Oh, no, I can't believe it was those two troublemakers who were behind all of this.
They're serving in school suspension. But they are going to be in even bigger trouble for this. Also, the other person they were with when this video was recorded looks like he's either in the 5th grade or 6th grade.
I also owe Brian an apology for the misunderstanding.
Same here. And I also just realized that sending him back to preschool was a silly idea of mine. Joey Andrews, Tom Hendricks, report to the office immediately. Joey Andrews, Tom Hendricks, report to the office immediately.
Principal Phillips, what did we do this time? And Miss Kendra, what are you doing here in the principal's office?
You should know what the two of you did to Brian yesterday. One of the students filmed it and uploaded it to social media.
I don't know what you're talking about. Brian deserves to be in preschool because he likes baby shows and he cries like a motor car like all of the time. He learned it from his daddy.
Look, you two, I have already lost my patience with you talking that way about Brian. Enough is enough. I want you to be quiet and listen to what Principal Phillips and I need to tell you.
Moving on, the video also showed that another student, either in the 5th grade or the 6th grade, was also there helping out with getting Brian into trouble. What is his name, and what school is he currently attending? Answer truthfully, or you will face even more serious consequences.
Well, our friend's name is Joseph Reed. He is a 5th grader at Lakewood Elementary School.
Thank you. Now I want both of you to stand next to Miss Kendra, and we're going to play you the video we found on Facebook.
Okay, who does the honors to go into the Brian suit?
I will go into the Brian suit.
Good call, Joey. Remember, go immediately to homeroom. I can't wait to see Brian the crybaby getting held back all the way to preschool. This is going to be the best day in my life.
What you did is something we need to take very seriously.
Because you would not leave Brian alone, and worse, you got him held back to preschool. You two will be suspended from this school for the remainder of the school year. I will also be notifying the principal of Lakewood Elementary about this as well. And I'm also calling your parents. Now, wait here until your parents come pick you up.
Tom. We can't you believe you, Joey, and Joseph got Brian held back to preschool by making a suit that looks like him, going into your former homeroom class, and throwing a tantrum. That was likely the worst thing you've ever done.
We thought we raised you better than that. And you got suspended from school for the remainder of the school year. For this, you will be grounded during this time. This means you will not get the PS5 for your birthday. No leaving the house, other than going for a walk around the neighborhood. Now, go to your room.
Joey, words cannot describe how angry we are with you right now. We cannot believe that you, Tom, and the other Joseph got Brian held back to preschool and got suspended for the remainder of the term. We thought we raised you better than this.
For this, you're also going to be grounded for the rest of the school year. No playing Xbox during this time, no video of games of any kind as a matter of fact. And you will be donating your iPad to Brian.
Wait, you can't do that.
We can, and we have. Now go to your room.
Oh 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 oh. Joseph Christopher Reed, we cannot believe that you, Joey, and Tom got Brian sent back to preschool. You should be lucky you did not get suspended for the rest of the semester.
For this, you will not be allowed to use the computer, unless it's for homework assignments. Now go upstairs to your room, now.
Brian, can you come into the living room? Your mom and I have some really good news for you.
What is it, Mom and Dad?
We just got off the phone with your principal, and the good news is, you're not being held back to preschool at all.
Wow, that is really good news. But how did I get held back to preschool in the first place?
We found out that it was 3 troublemakers who got you held back to preschool. And it wasn't any of the entitled Karens we often encounter when going places.
Well then, who was it?
It was Tom and Joey, you know, those 2 kids who made fun of you.
And also a 5th grader named Joseph.
I had a good feeling it was them who were behind this. But why did the school staff think it was me who demanded to watch Barney during homeroom, and then proceeded to throw a childish tantrum?
It's because Tom and Joey and Joseph made a suit that looks just like you, and one of them went inside the school and into your homeroom class. You want to know more good news? You don't have to worry about them making fun of you anymore because they both got suspended for the rest of the semester.
That is even better news.
Say, Brian, would you like to watch some episodes of Shining Time Station with me after dinner?
I would like to. But right now, I have to see what homework assignments I have missing. But I will see you 2 and Emma at dinner.
See you at dinner, Brian.
Do you know what is really making me angry? Getting grounded on a daily basis, and not being able to enjoy the things I like doing. Are you kidding me? I am 19 years old, and I should not be getting grounded anymore. I am not 3 years. What are my parents thinking these days? This does not make any sense, whatsoever. I have to figure out a way to get myself out of this mess. I've tried everything in the past, but nothing worked. Wait a minute. If I am able to get Karen onto a Zoom meeting with me, maybe she will come up with a solution. I'm going to invite her into a meeting. Good afternoon, Karen.
Good afternoon to you, Arthur. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, and how are you doing?
I'm fine as well. So, what is it that you need from me this time?
Karen, I am already fed up with my parents grounding me on a daily basis. This has got to stop, and I want to do all the things I enjoy doing, like watching Wonder Pets or Barney and Friends.
Wow, this is not good at all. I'm thinking of teaching your parents a big lesson they won't forget. Like suing them in court or something.
You don't have to do that. I have something else in mind.
And what is that?
I would like to move in with you and Taryn, and then I will not get grounded anymore.
You know what, I would really like that. If you lived with me and Taryn, you would be getting everything you want, anytime you want. That will be the best decision you have ever made in your life. So, what time should I come to your house and pick you up?
Come to my house at exactly midnight. And then my parents won't find out that I moved out of their house.
Perfect, and what would you like to do first thing when you come to my house, after getting your luggage unpacked?
I was thinking, why don't you get us pizzas from Domino's or Pizza Hut, and we watch Wonder Pets, Barney and Friends, CoComelon, and Super Simple Songs for 3 hours.
You know what? I really like that idea.
I agree with you 100%. My parents always tell me I'm too old for those baby shows. But I like to watch them anyways. I can bring my Wonder Pet DVD, and we can watch all the episodes.
Anyways, I better get going. Taryn and I are going to several stores to try to complain to their managers. But I will see you tonight at midnight.
And I am going to get all of my things packed. You take care, Karen. We'll see you at midnight.
You take care, Arthur. Alright, Arthur, make yourself at home. I have an extra room, and you can put your things away and then we can order our pizzas and watch baby shows.
Karen, this is by far the best day in my entire life. Finally, not getting grounded anymore. What a way to start the next chapter of my life.
I know, and you get to watch all your favorite baby shows all you want nowadays.
And I get to play on my PlayStation 5 all I want. And I'm also going to get Larry Loud to move here at some point.
Well, why didn't you say so? He's going to have a much better life if he moves here. I assume he still gets grounded on a daily basis.
Wow, first night without getting grounded. I wonder who is calling me. Hello.
Arthur Thomas Reeves, where in the world are you? Wherever you are, come home, right now. You are in really big trouble.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean, absolutely not?
I am not coming home. I moved out of the Reeves house already because you and Dad always keep grounding me for the littlest of reasons, and I can't do the things I enjoy doing because of that.
Look, we've only been grounding you because you keep misbehaving. Besides, don't you need to be getting ready for school?
No, as a matter of fact, the worst thing you have been doing to me is you never even give me a chance to say I'm sorry. Every time I try to apologize, you always deny my apology, and I am already getting fed up with it. And lastly, you never let me go out with my best friend Larry Loud, or let me watch my favorite baby shows.
We're sorry for grounding you for such long periods of time. It's just that we were disappointed in your behavior.
Apology not accepted. And I have already moved out of the Reeves house, and you're never going to see me again. Bye.
Good morning, Arthur.
Good morning, Karen.
So, what would you like to do today?
I want to watch more Wonder Pets, then watch episodes of Barney and Friends.
You know what, it sounds like a wonderful idea.